You're,
You're,
yeah, we got everyone.
what's up,
There we
everyone? It's
go.
Wednesday night. We're at Primal Fear. Thank you for tuning in.
Yep.
Boys, big Monday for y'all, huh?
Big
That's
Monday.
fun.
Busy
You want to tell us
Monday.
about it?
You want to go ahead, Matt?
Oh,
Now
well,
that you're
thank you for
here.
the welcome back. I appreciate that. Hopefully I'm gonna, I should have stood like this for a second.
Oh, my God. I was about to freak out.
Nah.
So boom. Yeah, we were at the garden, baby. What? Crazy. At the garden. We had the pleasure and the privilege of doing a little extra work for the WWE. We went to Madison Square Garden. And everything was cool, everything was business. Went there, professional, and then eventually things got really unprofessional. Let's talk about that, Gabe.
I agree. I got beat up. I think everybody really got beat up, honestly.
Honestly, we got the least of it.
That is true.
Because
I
I
don't know
seen
if you
people
got
get hit
any of it.
candlesticks.
I think I got beat up pretty good.
You just had Uso land on you, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't that bad. Somebody got beat up with a candlestick.
I mean, it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't nothing.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
listen,
It was,
we were just trying to do our job as good security guards,
Just trying to
and
pay our dues.
things got out of hand.
They said, guys, you guys are gonna be on hand, in case something happens that's crazy. We'll let you guys know. Go out there, just try to, help out if we need you. And then things just start popping off. I don't know if you guys were watching Monday Night Raw. Things just start popping off. Like people start hitting each other, and then Brock Lesnar showed up, and then Roman Reigns showed up. And once that started happening, like they came to us and look, guys, you guys get out there, help them, do something. You know what I mean? We went out
And
there.
no, we weren't any of the cop guys because I don't think either one of us can pass as a functioning police officer.
No, no, yeah, that doesn't happen.
If you look, all of the police officers have a very specific look,
Yeah, they all,
and it was one that me and Matt don't have.
I don't know if it's the hair or the beard. It's a
I
little
think
bit,
it's the both.
It could be the both of them. It's
I
just a
think
little scruffy.
I think I think it's the both.
I was going to say,
Um,
out of all the guys that they brought in, you two were the smartest because after everyone else got knocked out, y'all two ran out.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah,
we
my
said
boys are smart.
I wish that's
Get
where
out
it
of there
ended.
alive.
I wish that's where it ended because it did
you
not.
know, like my man came up to us and he said, "Get out of my face," and we said, "Okay." We said,
I
"Okay."
said,
He actually
"You
said
got
something
it."
a little less PG than what I just said.
Yeah,
he said, he said something that's not PG at all, and we were like, "Good point."
I said, "Okay."
But since that was your first time doing Raw, right? Like actually being in the ring during a
So
live Raw.
I did Raw before I was security, but we were in the crowd,
Okay.
so I didn't get to go in the ring.
So what's it like how compared to that, like how was this? Like how
This
does
is
it
way
feel being
cooler.
in the
Like
ring,
we got
live?
to we got to even come out through Gorilla, which was sick.
Dog, I ran to the ring in the middle of Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
Like
sprinting.
I
I
felt like I
ran
was
so
running to the
fast.
Royal
I was
Rumble.
flying.
You know what I mean?
I
Like I
was
felt like I was making my
flying.
entrance in the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? Like I'm sprinting Madison Square Garden down to the ring. I slid in the ring. I was like, damn, y'all might as well throw me in the Rumble for all this. You know what I mean? But
They said when we send you, you go fast, and I said, you got it.
yep. So we booked it, and it was that was my first time being in the ring for Raw too. I was in the ring for SummerSlam, but it was so fast. You know what I mean? They're like, get in, make sure her dress is straight, get out. So like I was only there for like a couple seconds, and I was making sure to scramble real quick. This we got to spend some time not only in the ring but ringside, and just that like perspective. That little, it's like a weird little.
It was a lot. It was a lot of time ringside. We were probably out there for 8 minutes.
Yeah, we were in there for most of
It
the
was a
segment.
long time.
Yep. And like already as a performer in the ring, like there's sometimes like a bubble, you know what I mean, between like everybody in the ring and like stage sides, like the crowd. It's a weird little bubble I feel sometimes. I don't know if you ever feel it, but like the bubble is even thicker when you're there because there's like everything in the ring, everything ringside, and this giant bubble of like 20,000 people all at the same time. So like it's weird. It's crazy. I like it.
I was backstage for you guys.
It's cool. I mean, you've been in Madison Square Garden before, so it's a very old arena. Like the backstage isn't like great, but it was cool being there. Like the second time getting to be out in a crowd in front of Madison Square Garden was really cool.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
We're
what,
able to absorb it
I
better
got
this
a
time,
I,
bro.
I got a hot take though. The
I know
catering
you're
was better
gonna say.
the first catering was better first time we were there.
Really?
Yep. ROH G1 Supercard had better catering.
That had some of the best salmon I ever had in my life. I forget what the salmon was they had a G1 Ring of Honor, but that was some of the best like seafood I ever had, period. And it was just amazing. This time they had some good stuff here and there, but I think like, sometimes there's a theme. It was like
The theme was chicken.
pasta meat. Huh?
I said the theme was chicken.
Well, no, besides that, it was like pasta, like linguine,
Yeah,
and
they
it had
had
like a little
spaghetti. They
spaghetti.
had spaghetti.
Yeah, it was like a spaghetti night.
I didn't get down with no spaghetti.
Yeah, it's just it wasn't my
It was a
thing.
spaghetti. It was a spaghetti night.
It was spaghetti night. Yeah, little garlic bread on the
Yeah, they did have
side.
garlic bread. That's true. It wasn't very. They had bolognese. I had to teach. You know what bolognese is?
That's like a pasta, right? Like a type of
It's like a
pasta.
meat like sauce. You like put it like on like pasta.
Okay.
They had that there. I had to teach Matthew and young Nick Petit about bolognese.
Okay. So it seemed like it was Italian themed
Yeah, yeah,
catering.
it
He
was,
didn't teach
and
me
then
nothing. He
it
taught
was
Nick Petit. I didn't care.
it was pesto chicken, which the pesto chicken was good.
Dang it!
I
Hold
get
on
down
one
with the
second.
pesto.
Let's
Yeah, the
not step
pesto
on
chicken
pesto.
was good, and then they had just like the salt and pepper chicken, so just like the regular chicken, which
Listen,
that's
Okay.
always good.
listen. The pesto chicken was bomb. Somehow, some way, I ended up
Oh, and
having a
Matt, you
box.
had that one thing that was really good, right? I didn't try it.
It was damn, damn. The word is escaping me so hard, and I was talking about it the other day because it was really good. What is couscous? Right?
Is that what it was?
Is
I
that what
yeah,
that word is?
he kept calling it that. I don't know if that's what it was.
Don't
I don't
come
even know
on.
what that is.
Me neither.
They've had
That's why.
couscous in catering before. Couscous is like your chat is they're both geniuses. They're gonna come through and drop exactly what it is. I don't know exactly what
You
it is.
had kind of like it was like
If anyone knows what couscous is, please inform us.
Matt. I would kind of say what you had was maybe like a pastry
But my
with
dog is
like
already
couscous in
farting.
it.
A dessert?
No, but it was like a baked like
Okay.
something, like
It was
stuffed
something.
with
They
something.
turned
Like a
couscous into like a
stromboli.
patty. It's like a couscous burger.
Yeah, I don't know.
Delicious.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
didn't try it. I was
Amazing.
like, I don't know what
Regardless,
it
it
is.
was delicious.
It
It
was
was.
tremendous. And I wanted somehow
All
I just had a
couscous is a
box.
grain.
You know what we had? Um, Matt, what was the name of that rice?
Saffron?
Saffron rice. Have you ever seen it before? It kind of looks, it's rice. It
Yellow.
kind of looks like mashed potatoes.
Okay.
And it's yellow. But you
It's a grain
scoop
dish
it.
made from semolina. Couscous, is that what we're referring to?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought he
A
said
grain dish made from
salmonella.
semolina.
I don't
Semolina? Semolina?
I don't know what salmonella even is either.
Salmonella?
I was like, is that like quinoa? But yeah,
Barb.
saffron rice, you scoop it with an ice cream scooper.
Yeah,
Because
because
so
it's like
like
Oh,
fluffy.
sticky, because it was like so
okay.
sticky. It was
Sticky, yeah.
good.
Okay.
I liked
Super
it.
little, very yellow, small, sticky. And he said it looked like mashed potatoes. I think it looks like really dry mac and cheese.
Maybe,
I was like,
yeah.
man, mac and cheese
All
without the cheese.
right, guys, before we bring Rulo on, any takeaways from Monday Night Raw? Or from your experience at all, like any takeaways?
I mean, it was, a awesome time. Every time you go there, you see how like top level all of the performers are. You know, everybody is very like locked in with what they're doing. You know, it's cool to see like these people walking around backstage, like practicing their promos and like practicing their because like they want like it to be good. You know, like
Mhm.
that's kind of like next level stuff. You know, like they're there like taking it seriously. Like people are having fun and stuff, but like before like these people's matches, like they're locked in. You know.
Yeah.
And like it was very cool. Like it was John Cena's final match on Raw. So like we were there like when he came back through the curtain. Like that was really cool.
Yeah.
Everyone like clapped, you know.
Did you
Um,
guys? Was Damian Priest there?
No,
no.
I think he's on SmackDown now.
Oh, he on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
All right.
usually
Quick question before we bring Rulo in, guys. How early did you have to get there?
1 p.m.
we had to be there 1 p.m., which means we were walking through the door at 12:40, 12:40 something. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're on time, you're late. So we had to walk through the freezing streets of
Oh,
Manhattan.
dude, we had to
It
walk
was
so
so cold,
far.
and we parked so close to the
Like
building.
we had
Thank
to go
God.
we had to go through a specific entrance and it was on the other side of the parking garage we were on.
So we had to
So
walk around that
we had to
door.
walk
Oh
like the
wow.
whole perimeter of the arena, dude.
Wow.
And it was
And the city's always
freezing
colder.
cold out. It's always so
Freezing.
much colder. It was like 10 degrees, dude.
It was so windy and so cold, and it was torture. We didn't know where we were going at first, so we kind of had to ask around, And but yeah, it was a tough walk. So it was really bad, but it was really
It was
cool this
really
time.
bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's really cool this time because usually you do extra work. They kind of like, hey, they have like designated spots for you. Like, hey, hang out, like catering or hang out in a little specific room. If we need you, we'll come find you, or be right by ringside before the show. But during the show, you're either in catering or you're in a designated area. Because we were on hand, we were privileged enough to be pretty much right behind Gorilla. So we watched everybody go into Gorilla and go into it, out. So we got to see really cool moments like Triple H pulling people aside and kind of like giving them directions after segments. You know what I mean? We got to hear, like he said, everybody kind of like getting ready for the matches, getting ready for the promos. And you got to see, like you said, John Cena came back after the match. Everybody clapped him up. Everybody was real happy. It was a good match. It was a dope match, so that was fun. A few other people had good reactions. I think, damn, what's the girl's name? She won the championship on
Yeah,
Raw.
Maxine won the
Yeah.
championship.
Everybody was super
So
happy
like
for her.
everyone
That was
was like,
dope.
but yeah, it's cool like to see like how like we kind of do that like at our shows, like everyone
Yeah.
like they do that there, like that. Like I thought that was cool.
Mhm. Everybody really supportive. We're watching like the monitor. There's like other people were watching the monitor. You know what I mean? Like other superstars were watching the monitor. So we kind of got to hear like their opinions and their reactions. The funniest thing of the night was Roman going into Gorilla, and he's about to go off for the segment at the end. And I just hear, I don't know who it was, but someone said, "Go get him, Joe."
But you know what was crazy, dude? When Jay Uso came out,
Oh yes, yes.
not just me, every single
Everybody.
person, dude, thought that there was an earthquake.
Yeah,
The
I thought it was
building,
passing out.
the building was actually like the lights were
The floor.
swaying. Like, dude, I never felt anything like that before.
Wow.
Crazy.
It was so loud, and everyone was just like doing the yeet. Like, dude, the
Yeah, and
whole building was shaking.
like the volume, I guess they're like it's insulated well enough, but we don't really hear the crowd so
Yeah,
much. I've
you
heard the
can't
crowd
really
more in other
hear it.
arenas. So I didn't hear the crowd. I know because we're watching the monitor that what's happening, but literally like the ground started to shake, and we all looked at each other like, "Yo, am I gonna pass out?" Like we all
Yeah, like it
collectively
felt
thought
like
we were going.
it felt like you got like lightheaded. Like
Yeah,
the ground just like dropped out.
never felt that in my life.
It was
That's crazy.
crazy. I
Wow.
The
like didn't
whole
really
building
know
was
that that could
shaking.
happen. Yeah, it was really crazy to see.
Maybe it's because it's older building. Like I've been in other arenas, like, and we don't feel that. But man, the building shook. It
Yeah,
was
and like
nuts.
like it's crazy. Like you hear that when they're like, oh, like you just think like that's an expression. Like no, dude, the lights on the ceiling were swinging. Like it was
Crazy.
crazy.
And this is like right
Yeah.
before we're going out, so I thought it was just me being nervous. I mean, yo, I'm about to pass
Yeah, we
out.
were
What
about to
happened?
go out. Yeah, so we were all and like everyone was standing there, and there was 20 extras. So 20 of us all looked at each other and we're like, dude, what just happened?
Yeah, it's nuts. Next
That's
level.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
I said, I don't think there's no better indicator than that. You're over.
That's
Got the
what,
whole
dude.
building shaking.
I looked at Matt and I said, and people say stuff about him, like, how can you argue with that? Like,
You had a funny interaction with him. That's probably between I don't know. We'll say that another time. But Gabe had a real fun interaction with Jey Uso.
that's my boy. That's my spirit animal.
All right, so it sounds like you boys
ringside.
had an overall great experience on Monday Night Raw, and that's awesome. I'm happy for you guys. So we will be joined by Rullo. I'm going to send an invite out to Rullo real quick. If anyone got any questions for Primal Fear, please drop them in the comments.
Let's see. We're moving into the next portion of the show. I like this part.
Let's see if
what are we
we
going
can
to call
get
this? I feel like this section of our show needs a name.
maybe the people in the comments can drop some suggestions.
Yeah.
We love y'all, but y'all never come through with suggestions. Like, come on.
No, they've been pretty good.
Huh?
They've been pretty good past couple weeks.
They didn't help us with the name, though.
Yeah, the name.
I mean, but that was at first, though. Everyone was shy, Now everyone's opening up. They're leaving the comments.
Look, man, people are leaving. They're mad you said that.
He's talking trash about us. No.
All right. Let's see. I sent the invite. Let me see.
Better luck than I did, because I had a rough time.
That was
wild. Right, so I have to wait for him. It says Rullo is unable to join. Rullo, if you can hear me or see me, try sending an invite yourself so we can get you on. For those of you who don't know, go ahead, Gabriel. Are you gonna say something?
I hate Instagram Live. Besides that,
listen, we do it for the people. We're doing it for the people.
There needs to
We're doing it for the people.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I love the fact that we get to chat, man. Like, Instagram, come through for your boys. We're just trying to connect with everybody,
Make it better.
Come on.
All right, let's see. I just accepted the invitation from Rullo, and there we go.
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late. I was talking to Drew Gulak.
No, it's okay.
You're on time. It's all good.
Yeah, we were chatting a little bit. We appreciate you hopping on, bro. What are you training right now?
I'm starting at like 8. I got here early so I could join the live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, bro. Yeah. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, Rullo is a young talent on the independent scene. So Rullo, thanks for being here with us tonight. So if you don't mind, like maybe tell the people who you are, how old you are, when did you get started, that type of thing.
Yeah. They said my goat, Rullo. I agree. Rullo is honestly, he's one of my favorite wrestlers right now. I love watching him, man.
Yeah, I'm a wrestler as well, 22 years of age. I've been on a lot of shows with these guys, super crazy, down in Jersey. And yeah, I've been wrestling for about 2 years now. And yeah, I train here at Catch Point in Philadelphia. And that's where I am right now. And yeah, that's what I do.
Are you from Philadelphia?
No, I'm from Delaware. Everyone thinks I'm from in Philly, but I'm like in Delaware, which is kind of cool because like everyone in the wrestling scene down here is like they're all from Jersey and Pennsylvania, and I'm like in my own little bubble in Delaware, and like I can just be left alone.
So, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you started
a lot.
Yeah.
Wrestling at. Go ahead, Gabe.
I think we're gonna ask the same question. Did you start at Catch Point? That's where you started training.
I mean, I started training a little bit when I was 18 down in Delaware, but the training was great. I didn't really know what I was doing, so I stopped for a while. And I did that for a little bit, but I really started wrestling when I came here and like right before I turned 20. This was like 2023. Yeah. That was when I started here. Yeah.
And this was something that you wanted to do from a young age, like no college or anything after high school or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I kind of, I've always liked it when I was a kid, and it was one of those things where I know I always wanted to try it. And I'm glad I did. There was like a little bit of doubt when I was like a senior in high school because I'm like, I don't know, like if it's like smart, whatever. But I don't regret it. You know what I mean? I'm happy I decided to, because I enjoyed it a lot. But you know, it was definitely it's a scary thing to jump into when like your family expects you to go down a certain path that you don't quite want to do
sure.
just yet. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think that's cool, man, because when I was in high school, pro wrestling was not on my mind whatsoever. I got into it because of Matt. Me and Matt, we met in high school together. And even though I was a pro wrestling fan, it's not something that I saw myself doing. But then eventually, you know, me and Matt, we ended up taking this venture down together.
Yeah, and even us, like when I was in high school, I wanted to do pro wrestling, but it got to a certain point where I was like, I had kind of the doubt that you had, like, I don't know if this is going to be something that I would be successful in. At the time, those guys like Sheamus and John Cena, and like having just seen these guys in person, like these are all huge people. Like I'm not that big of a human being, so I was like, I don't think like I'm going to be able to do that successfully. We started a band, we started playing music and stuff like that. We were playing music like towards the end of high school, and we're playing a little bit after high school while working and saving up money. And eventually we're like, hey, man, like, we're not going to have the chance to try pro wrestling forever. Might as well just give it a shot. And if it doesn't work, doesn't work. But let's go there and see what happens. And
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, I would rather do it and not succeed rather than like being like 50 and thinking like, damn, like what could have been.
Yeah.
No,
You said you started when you just turned 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we started at like the exact same age. I was 19. I had just turned 20 when I started. How do you feel like what about like the people you train with? Are they all kind of around your age?
Some are around, yeah, some are like around my age, some are a little bit older. It's generally people who are like in their 20s though, for the most part. Yeah.
Because I feel like kind of when I started, like I was pretty young. Like me and Twitch were like young, and then everyone else was like, I guess maybe like mid-20s, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I tell people always like I think being so young in that environment really matured me because you kind of have to be more mature. You're in a business like working with pretty much grown adults, you know? And like I feel like that's something like I can tell just by the way like the way you have always conducted yourself and like how you carry yourself at shows and stuff. Like that's something I kind of see in you. Do you like kind of feel that way?
No, yeah, I mean, I think wrestling, like, it just like it gives you a discipline, you know what I mean? Like getting into wrestling, I knew like I watched wrestling and I knew all about wrestling, but I didn't know anything about like the business, you know what I mean? So I'm glad I have trainers that kind of showed me how to, you know, be professional and conduct myself in a locker room and that sort of thing. Because getting into the business, like I didn't know anything about, you know what I mean? Like these, you don't really learn these things until you're like a worker, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm glad I have people who have been in a lot of professional environments and been on TV that can show me how to do that. So I don't look like an idiot, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like, you know, you do have like a great trainers over there at Catch Point and like they have all been, you know, well traveled and in high up places. And like you said, they have that experience to let you know like
Yeah.
how to conduct yourself.
Yeah. I'm very thankful for the training I get. And yeah, I mean, you know, it comes down to, I don't know, like presenting yourself is more important than I realized when I started wrestling when I was very young. And I was like, I just want to wrestle and I just want to get in the ring and just, I think I really started wrestling. I just really just wanted to be in a ring. You know what I mean? But there's a lot more to the business than that. So
Yeah.
So like, who do you draw inspiration from for your character?
for my character, I don't know. Like I definitely am like, I've always really admired Eddie Kingston because how he wears his heart on his sleeve with his promos and his character. And I know I always wanted like a really emotional kid as a character, just like maybe a guy who like got bullied when he was younger or something. And I didn't really know how to. And I did that for a little bit, but I wasn't doing it with the emo character. And I was like, I need an aesthetic behind this so people understand where I'm coming from. And I thought that the emo thing would really work with that. So that's when I started doing that. And then like I listened to like a lot of like emo music too, so it kind of worked out in that way too.
Yeah, I was gonna say like how close is your like real life to your character?
I would say it's kind of just me turned up 10 times in
Yeah.
the sense. I mean, I'm not walking around dressed like I wrestle, obviously, but I do like, you know, like like when I cut promos and I talk about how there's been self-doubt and this and that, you know, there definitely has been growing up. Like a lot of things I talk about in my promos, I think, are things that were true when I was younger. So the fact that I'm able to take these real life emotions and just turn them up a bunch, which is what I mean. I guess that's what the best characters in wrestling are.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of where the character came from. I just wanted to take the real emotions I have and just turn them up a lot, and also throw a cool kind of character and a stake behind it, because I've been told that, like, you know, if you can walk out the curtain and the fans, if they've never seen you and they instantly know what that is, what you're trying to go for, then it's a good character. And I go to shows and that I've never been on before, and people say, "Oh, that's the emo guy, that's emo boy."
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, they know, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you don't have that on the indies. You're a character that like you don't see everywhere. A lot of times people kind of rinse and repeat the same characters, other scary characters or monster characters or whatever. You'll see these in any local scene in the indies wherever you go in the country. You're lucky enough you're doing something that's different from everybody else right now.
Yeah, I honestly think the indies right now don't have enough characters.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really don't. Yeah, everything and like, and this is like I train at a school that is very much serious on the in-ring technique and the wrestling, and I take it very, very seriously. But there's a lot of guys who I feel like they just wear tights and they just do moves. You know what I mean? And I want to be more than that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like something that does stand out about you, like I enjoy your promos. I think you do a really good job with your promos. Like the ones you've cut at Super Crazy, like live promos, I thought have all been really well done. I told you the other day I'm enjoying these promos that you've been putting out on your social media. Like I think you're doing really awesome work right now, man. And like
yeah, thanks. I appreciate that, because when I first started wrestling, I was like petrified to do a promo, and I was really, really bad at them, and I'm still getting better at them, but I've definitely gotten so much more comfortable doing promos just with like a lot of reps and like talking to guys who train me and whatnot. Because when I started, I was like, I don't know. I did not like the idea of like I would wrestle in front of 10,000 people before I would want to do a promo in front of like 10 people. You know what I mean? But I feel a lot better with it now. You know, honestly, that promo I did, I think like a month ago in the ring at Super Crazy, that was like I think that was my first like post match in ring promo. So I was nervous for that way more than the actual match, but it went fine. You know?
Yeah, they're tough too, because like you're like, all right, like I have this idea what I'm going to say, but then like the match ends, you're all blown up, and you're like, oh, what am I going to say? Like you're out of breath. But yeah, like I would say one thing about you and your promos are they're very genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't sound forced; that they're very genuine. It's cool.
Yeah, they come from a real place. Honestly, yeah. There is, to an extent, I do mean what I say in promos, even if it is like dramatized a little bit. I still like mean what the core message of what I'm trying to say, and when I speak about myself, I do mean what I'm saying. You know, it's just turned up a lot because we're wrestlers and we're characters.
Yeah. So, Rullo, what's been the most difficult aspect in the business so far for you?
That's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of things that are difficult. Probably staying disciplined and reminding myself that like everyone's career moves at a different pace, you know? And you can be, you guys probably have the same thought process, or at least I know I do, or I never feel like I'm doing enough. Like never. I'm never satisfied with what I'm like, how much, like I always want to be doing more. And I try to remind myself that like in my position, I'm so young still to where I have so much time to just keep doing this and like getting better. So like I'm going to keep working as hard as I can and keep putting 100% in. But I also remind myself that like I'm only 22, like I have a lot of time to get fleshed out and whatnot, you know? So I would say the discipline and just staying and not beating yourself up and just staying locked in and reminding yourself, hey, you're doing like a good job, you know, just keep going.
Yeah, I'll say that mindset is definitely one of, if not the most difficult, because, you know, like as long as you know, like, hey, like I know I'm doing what I got to do. And like, I think as long as you keep yourself, I don't want to say busy, but as long as you like keep doing what you got to do, then I think eventually, as long as you're patient, you know, you're doing the right thing, you're listening to the right people, then like, you know, you never know when.
Yeah.
And then we just got to learn to be patient and just know that as long as we're doing what we got to do, then it's going to happen down the line.
Yeah. I've read John Moxley's book a few times, and the biggest lesson I took out of it was he was talking to indie wrestlers, and he was saying like always be ready, like always, like just always be ready, because like I think every major opportunity I've gotten came up when I was least expecting it.
Yeah.
You know, and then that's another thing. It's like back to what you were saying before. I remember getting into wrestling thinking like, oh man, it's just gonna be really physically taxing, but I can get through it. And while it is, I didn't realize how it's honestly to me it's more mentally taxing than it is physically sometimes. Like I didn't understand how mentally draining it was gonna be as opposed to and like yeah, this is very physical, but it's very very mental. You know,
Yeah.
more than I would even know and realize
Yeah.
before I got into it.
I was gonna say during your career, you'll have a different opponent every week, but your biggest opponent is always yourself.
Always,
Remember
always,
that.
man.
Yep. You're
Always.
gonna be your biggest opponent. So
Yeah.
Rullo, when you were, did you enjoy watching wrestling when you were younger?
Oh yeah, well, it was like all I did. Yeah.
So
I
who
love
were
it.
some of your favorites growing up?
Danielson was like my number one, like ever, like always my number one. And then like my other, like I loved AJ Styles. I would like be like 8 and 9, 10 years old, and I was just watching his highlight videos on YouTube all the time and just getting like hyped up just from those.
Yeah.
Loved Rey Mysterio. When I got a bit older, I got really big into like CM Punk. Then going into like my teenage years, that was when I really got locked in with like New Japan and Dragon Gate and stuff like that, and like the Japanese and like a lot of like the junior heavyweights and stuff. But like, growing up, it was definitely guys like Ray and Brian and AJ. A lot of like the quick flyers, you know, was what I was
Okay.
like really into. Yeah.
I would say I could see you like gaining some inspiration from those guys as well, just based off how your style of wrestling is inside of the ring.
Yeah, I try to, because I mean, I'm a smaller guy, and you know, and I love wrestling bigger dudes because it's such an easy story to tell. And just getting bumped around and just like getting up and just taking it and throwing more back and just working harder than the heel is a lot fun to me. That's why I love being a babyface, honestly, way more than being a heel. To me, it's so much more fun.
Yeah, I say especially if you got a big opponent that you can be that underdog. You know what
Dude,
I
I
mean?
love it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have like that kind of natural like baby face. I don't know what it is. Like maybe like a charisma. It's like akin to like a kind of reminds me of like right now like Darby Allin or like Jeff Hardy. Like you kind of give me like that same like energy that they have. You know, like you're
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
baby face. Like
That
Yeah.
enigma.
you get beat up, but you're up and you're fighting, man.
Yeah, I love those guys, and I just love that style because it's like I don't know. I think like as a babyface, when you take that beating and you keep getting up, I think it's honestly it's like relatable too to just life
Yeah.
and shit. That's why
Yeah.
people like it, you know. Like people don't like bullies. They don't like seeing people get pushed down. You know what I mean? I think it's something everyone can relate to.
Yeah.
So Rullo, now that you've been in for 2 years, what does your family and your friends think about it?
At first, my family was like, "This is like." I will say this. So when I told them, "Oh, I'm going to pro wrestling training," I swear for the first like 6 months, they assumed I just like go to someone's backyard and jump off ladders and do all this crazy shit. Like they didn't understand that it's like a real organized like thing. So once they learned that, they were like, "Oh, okay, we get it now." And then they started seeing me on shows, and now they're cool with it. But at first, my family was like, "You're insane," and my friends, I think it's cool. They don't quite get it because they're not like wrestling fans, but they
Yeah.
watch it and I think it's cool. You know. Yeah, but they're always asking questions, like especially when I go on like whenever I go on dates, and like it makes me realize that like people that don't watch wrestling and don't know anything about it literally know nothing about it.
Nothing.
Like
Yep.
it's such a niche thing.
Yeah.
Like I'll go on a date and she'll be like, "Man, oh, so like you're a wrestler? It's like, what's your weight class?" You know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, you know, not there's not really, you know, there's always like those conversations like all the time."
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
they been to any of your shows yet? Friends or family?
Yeah. I've had family come out to a few. I had a friend come out to. I wrestled in Brooklyn a month ago. I teamed up with Tracy Williams.
That was
And I had a
nice.
friend come out to that, and that was really fun. That match was awesome. It was so much fun. But I had a friend come out to that, and I've had a family come out to a few. I think they came to one of the Super Crazy shows. I think when I wrestled Devontes like a year ago, they came to that.
Okay.
Cool. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because people who've never watched wrestling before and they come to a show, they tend to like really enjoy it and they tend to become fans afterwards.
yeah,
So I always say people just got to come to one live show, and it's got to be a good one. It can't be
it
no
is true.
crappy,
Yeah, that
you
is
know,
true. But
shindig.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I really
yeah.
can't think of a time where like someone has commented afterwards been like, "Oh man, like I wish I didn't go to that." Like they always have a good time.
Yeah, always. Yeah, I've never. Yeah, like yeah. Whenever I've seen someone or brought someone, family friends over to a show, and when they weren't into wrestling, they always like had a good time. Always. You know.
Rullo, what are some goals for you? What are you trying to accomplish?
going to 26 or just, I mean, I guess going into the year, I would say,
Sure.
I want to, I
Maybe
want to wrestle.
short term, long term.
Definitely. I'd love to somehow get on the West Coast next year. That's a big thing. Keep working shows, get some more tag team reps because I do prefer singles wrestling, but tag team wrestling is such a strong aspect to this business, and I want to get better at it. And I've noticed recently it's such a different beast that I have yet to fully understand. So I want to get more tag reps and just get better, man. Like I said, I'm still young and I still have so much more time, but I don't want to use it as an excuse. I want to use it to my advantage. So just keep working hard, man, and see where it goes. Definitely more GCW shows for sure.
Oh yeah, congrats on that.
Like when you first started your journey, like what was your dream? Like you wanted to be a pro wrestler, but was there like a dream like I want to make it to the WWE, I want to make it to this promotion, that promotion? Like what was the end goal for you? Like what was that top of the top?
I think when I seriously started to want to do it, I wanted to go to New Japan. I think that was like just Japan in general, and I think that's probably still like it might still be my main goal. I mean, really my main goal is just to make a living out of this, to be honest, but if I got to pick specifically where, it would be somewhere in Japan for sure.
I think it's awesome that you got your foot in GCW because they travel all over. So if you're able to just stay with them, man, I can see you going overseas and getting some good opportunities. So.
Yeah. I'll be going to the show this weekend at the American Dream Mall, and then whenever they're in Jersey, PA, around the area, I just always make it out. So
that's awesome, man. Ring of Honor, man. Like that's the way to go. Yeah. And that was like our goal when we first started. We wanted to go to Ring of Honor. So that's one of the avenues you want to take. Just keep doing what you're doing, brother. Oh yeah.
Just keep doing it. Yeah, man. Just the hardest part is just getting in the car and going. That's the hardest part. Once you're in the car, it's like the rest of the work is done,
Packing the bag and get in the car, like, all right, here we go.
Then the hard work's done, Yeah.
Bar Rullo, thank you so much for joining us, bro. We appreciate you taking the time. Do you got anything going on this weekend or coming up soon that you want to tell the people about?
I'll be wrestling at SPO on Saturday.
Oh, congratulations.
I will be at GCW on Saturday. I'm going to go try to make it out to JCW on Sunday. And then, I'll be at Super Crazy next month in December. I'll be at Fight Pro as well.
Oh, hell
nice.
I'm doing that. And man, we're just going to keep doing it, There's some other match I'm doing next month that my memory is really bad. I don't know. I should write this shit down, but
the blows to the head sometimes,
All right, well, everyone in the comments, if y'all haven't already, please give our boy Rullo a follow.
Hell yeah.
Follow him on IG, and I'm sure from there you can probably get access to all your other social media and stuff.
Come through, Super Crazy. Watch him whoop Tim Dynamite's ass next month.
Oh, he's getting it. It's done. He's getting it. Yeah, I'm not playing with him anymore. Now I know what I got to look out for.
Yeah. I saw what happened last month. So yeah,
that kid is a scumbag.
Yeah, little dirtball. This is a Tim Dynamite hate faction right here. Yeah. We all can't stand that kid. So
I love that.
Bye, Rullo. We appreciate you joining us, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Anytime, fellas. I'll see you guys around.
Yeah, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. Take care.
You too, man.
I'm a big fan of that rule.
Oh yeah.
Good kid, man. I like seeing them start young, Starting out young, and then I like when I see that they have a good head on their shoulders.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you do get some knuckleheads in here, and you try to excuse the age,
I was going to say, not in a negative way, but I would have maybe thought he was a little bit older, just because, like I said, the way he conducts himself, very professional, But I mean, we have also students around that age that also conduct themselves pretty professionally. So,
but that's what I was going to say.
Kind of a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, but it's also up to the guys that they're in the tutelage of. You know what I mean? Because if they're coming in and they got the higher ups who don't take it seriously, money grab, not teaching them the right way. Because, I always say, it's more than just about what goes on inside of the ring. It's about what goes on outside. It's how you conduct yourself. Are you able to be? You got to remember, it's professional wrestling. Yeah. We can learn a wrestling, but are you able to be professional?
If anything, the wrestling part's the easiest part of wrestling. Wrestling is the easiest part of pro wrestling by far, I would say.
And like we've had the opportunity to be on the same show with Rullo a good amount of times, and he's always been super easy to work with, never been an issue. From what I've seen, there's no ego when it
Nope,
comes
works
to
hard.
Rullo. Yep.
Has good, like puts all into his matches. Like really, good kid, man.
Yeah, and we had TJ. Shout out to TJ. I saw him in the chat too. We had
Yep.
TJ
Shout
on
out
last
TJ
week,
Reno.
and like he's another about the same age. They both are two workers that go out there and they give it 100%. So like, big kudos to both of them. Big kudos to Rulo tonight. Once again goes out there and gives it his all every match that we've seen from him. So you can't ask for anything else.
Yeah, man. And like he's another one too, young, and he's not against taking the drives, showing up to all these shows, because that's how you get your opportunities, man.
Yeah.
You can't expect to get an opportunity if you're not going out there trying to get it. It's not going to come to you. You got to go out there and get it. So
100%.
So maybe if that can be a word of advice to maybe any young talent watching right now, or anyone in general, for whatever you're trying to do in life, like you got to go out there and try and get it.
Yep.
Whatever it is that you want, it's like you can get it. You can get whatever you want, but you gotta make it happen. It's not gonna come to you. Listen, you know how you kill doubt? Action. You gotta take action. Take action. You don't got time for doubt because you're moving, making things happen.
I like it.
Bird boys. We got some action coming up this Sunday, right?
Well, you know what I was just thinking? I don't even think we told these people what happened on Friday.
What happened on Friday?
What happened on Friday is that we picked up another, W.
Duh.
In the Trios Challenge.
Why wouldn't we?
Exactly. But now I think that since we won on Friday, I think now is the perfect time to segue into what you were getting into. Do you want to tell them what is going on Sunday?
Sunday. That's right.
Sunday.
Primal Fear. We've been on a hiatus, but we are back. Wrestle Pro, Rahway, New Jersey.
Back at Rahway, baby.
This Sunday. The show is called Very Nice, Very Evil.
Someone we're familiar with.
Yep, Danhausen is in the house. It's going to be a big show this Sunday, folks. So if you're in
New Jersey, baby.
Listen, I don't care how far you are. If Primal Fear is there, come through. Shout out to our man, Big Bernie. My man drove 2 hours to come see us in Gloucester City.
Yeah.
Showed out, man.
Listen, man.
Sunday, like you said, if you are, no matter where you are, Wrestle Pro, always great events.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll be there. But like you said, Danhausen is there. Dan Moff, who he'll be going against.
Yep, Joey Janela's going to be there. Richard Holiday. They got,
And that's an awesome venue. Like, with them bleachers, with, like, the sky. It's going to be a little darker, I guess. But, like, with them skylights up there, like, I really like that venue that they run them shows in.
We've always had good times.
That's a historic, like, venue, A lot of really big shows happen there.
Yeah, that's a historic, and as far as Jersey goes, it's one of the bigger Jersey venues for independent wrestling. So
so it's always cool to get to wrestle there again. Wrestle Pro always puts on a great show, and we have what we do best: a 6-man tag match.
Yeah, against 3 guys who are not a trio.
Yeah, so that we already are kind of.
Oof, they're already disqualified. They're already disqualified.
I don't even know if this one counts towards the trios challenge.
It doesn't. I mean, it can.
I think it does.
You think, but they're not a trio.
It's all good.
Take it on the road, baby. Once again,
didn't it need to be a trio to challenge a trio?
I don't know. It's a good point.
Listen, man. At this point, I don't even care.
Yeah, they can still get whooped.
Yeah. Either way, dubs up.
Yeah, dubs up. Dubs up. Because that's what we getting, baby. What?
So, this Sunday, folks, Rahway, New Jersey, Primal Fear makes their return to Wrestle Pro.
Yep.
To take on 3 chumps
Yeah.
And what I'm gonna announce as another edition of the Primal Fear Trio Challenge.
Might as
Hopefully we
well.
don't lose. Hopefully we don't lose.
Oh.
But yeah, that's where you can catch us this Sunday.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe some other stuff going on this weekend that we can talk about next week, but
Yeah.
that
It's a
is
fun
called a
weekend.
teaser,
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah, it's a little. We're gonna leave you on the cliffhanger. What did
Yo,
Primal Fear do this weekend?
next Wednesday might have to be that IG
And
Live
yeah,
Thanksgiving special.
so we got
Talk
a
about it.
packed, we got a packed next Wednesday because we're gonna have
Yeah.
to recap this weekend, and then we're gonna have to do our Thanksgiving food list.
Are we gonna eat on the live?
I'm down to get a gobble gobble.
We're
If you
gonna get a
I'll
gobbler.
get a gobbler. We're gonna sit here
You gotta
munching
get the
gobblers.
rack
Come on.
though. You gotta get
We're
the
gonna get a
rack.
gobbler for IG Live next Wednesday.
Everybody get gobblers,
We all
y'all.
get a
Come
different
on.
version of the gobbler.
Everybody get a gobbler from Wawa.
Primal
Want everyone to
Thanksgiving.
tag
Come
us
on.
and
I don't know if my
maybe
man Big Bernie got Wawas out where he live at though.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'll
sheets.
mail him
They got
one.
They got
some. You
sheets
gotta have
out there
some.
though, right? They probably got something out there.
You gotta have
I'll mail him
some.
one.
Get yourself a little Thanksgiving bowlie. Come on with the boys, and we're all gonna have Primal Fear live with Primal Fear
Primal
Thanksgiving.
Feast. It's Primal
Yep.
Feast.
The Primal
Yep.
Feast.
Primal
Primal
Feast
Feast.
next
We're gonna
Wednesday.
talk-
Or what did you
We're
call
in
it? Chatsgiving?
Chatsgiving. Yeah, it's a Twitch thing.
You should have just claimed it. I wouldn't have known.
Oh, it's okay. We can steal it.
These
Yeah,
I
goblers.
like
Wawa,
Bernie got
perfect.
Primal
Wawa.
Feast
Bernie
better.
Gobbler,
Oh,
baby,
you
let's
got
go.
Wawa.
Bernie,
Awesome.
go get a
Let's
gobbler.
go.
Yep, we're all gonna have gobblers next. Is a gobbler? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's
No
gobbler.
cranberry sauce though.
All right, we're gonna. Yep.
I'm putting
No
extra
cranberry sauce.
cranberry in mine.
No cranberry sauce.
Mine's gonna have cranberry.
Yes. Yes. Come on.
Then I guess we can rank some foods next Wednesday. It should be a
maybe we'll
good
do a
time.
best and a worst.
We're gonna eat and be merry.
Top 3 best, top 3 worst.
I'm cool with that.
Yes. And I already know what it is, baby. That's it. Oh my God, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna get a
Number
gobbler,
one
and guess
worst?
what? I'm getting mac and cheese too, because I gotta. I'm not gonna just get a gobbler. I want mac and cheese. I want the experience.
There you go. Next Wednesday, the Primal Feast. It goes down 7 p.m. Yo, thank you so much for everyone for sticking through. Those first 10 minutes, we had them technical difficulties, but we got through it. Matt was here. Shout out to our boy Rullo for being on tonight. Shout out to everyone in the comments for tuning in. You are the best.
Shout out.
And until next time, everyone have a great weekend. We'll see y'all next Wednesday.
And don't forget your gobbler. Don't forget the gobbler.
Don't forget the gobbler.
We'll remind y'all the day before. Don't forget.
Because
Grab the gobbler.
Gobbler. Primal Fear. All fight. No fight.
Matt, make an AI of a Primal Fear Thanksgiving gobbler.
I need your face, Gabe. You keep playing with me.
No,
and I want your face.
Quick,
I need your face. Give me.
See y'all next Wednesday, everyone.